Are you wanting to sell your home today? I'm about to show you how we were able to get our house sold in a seller's market way more than the asking price. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Mark Raumaker. I run a mega icon real estate team called the Home Squad. We're like the Avengers of real estate. Super cool, right? Now, we actually sell a home pretty much every other day on our team, so we actually know what we're talking about, and we want to make sure that you guys understand the process of buying and selling a home. So if this is your first time here, thanks for coming by. Make sure you subscribe. Also hit that like button. We would greatly appreciate it. Now in this video, I'm actually going to show you some tips and tricks that will help you sell your home for more than the asking price without having any hassle whatsoever. I'm going to go over the highest conversion tips and tricks you'll need for the most profitable, least hassle home sale ever. Okay, now remember when you were a kid and you would play Monopoly and beat your friend? Like, crush them? Remember how good that felt? Well, that's how the seller's market can be. Remember, you've got the leverage, you just need to know how to play the board. So grab your monocle. Let's go. Listing your home in a seller's market. If you're considering putting your home up for sale in a seller's market, it is a much different experience than selling it when the buyer has all the leverage. Obviously, if your area is in a seller's market, you may be in a perfect position to cash in. You'll be able to sell your home much quicker, and you may even be able to drum up offers from multiple buyers and get a bidding war going. A bidding war? It's a lot like a regular war, but the only ones that die are the buyer's offers who are written by really bad realtors. That is why the Home Squad is here to show you the best strategies. Yeah. But that's not the whole story. There's a ton of work and planning that actually goes into getting the most for your home and as smoothly as possible. Today, I'm going to dive into what listing your home in a seller's market actually entails and how you can maximize your profit. The first thing you'll need to know is, how do I know if I'm in a seller's market? A seller's market is indicated by a surge of demand that the supply simply cannot satisfy. Put in regular terms for the housing market, this just means that there are way more buyers than there are sellers, which means the seller has most of the leverage during the home sale process. Basically, if there's a bunch of food and only one dog, the dog doesn't really have to work for it. This is what a buyer's market looks like. They can take their time, there's no pressure, the world is their oyster. However, when we're in a seller's market, they become the food. Seller's markets are often accompanied by higher home prices, multiple offers, and even competitive bidding among buyers. There's some sure signs that your area may be in a seller's market that you can see with some basic research. Here's just a few examples. Fewer MLS listings in your area, few to none for sale signs in the yards, and a higher percentage of what may be for sale by owners or FSBOs, since more people will be trying to sell their homes without a realtor. Hearing of homes that are selling by word of mouth before even listed on the MLS. Much shorter times on the market for homes that are actually listed. Areas experiencing higher degrees of growth or employment, often after a large business opens or actually relocates to that area. Listing your home in that seller's market. The first thing you want to do is prepare your home for sale. This may be one of the most important steps. It can actually determine the course of the entire process as well as your success in selling your home for the price that you want. It may or may not include completely moving out and having it staged for sale, but it will always include an intense cleaning effort. You know, I always wondered if Mr. Clean was so good at cleaning because he had to practice polishing his head every morning. Relax, bro. Just kidding. You want to clean your home from top to bottom. Anything and everything should be scrubbed, mopped, wiped, washed, waxed, and otherwise renewed for your potential buyers. If your carpet is just more than a few years old, you actually may want to consider getting all new carpet, as homes with older gross carpet will often have trouble moving as fast as homes with brand new, shiny, not walked on carpet, because that's awesome. However, I do want to say if someone is interested enough, older or worn carpet will not be a deal breaker for them. They just all like new carpet. Also, if your walls have seen some better days, or if you have painted them anything other than gentle neutral colors, you may also want to consider repainting those walls. Many people choose to paint their own homes to match their personality, me included, and in some cases that means some pretty bold color choices. Homebuyers generally don't want to buy someone else's bold living space. They want a neutral or essentially blank canvas in which they can imagine their own choices and their own living style. This is not the time to be bold. You just want to blend in. Sell during the warmer months. Now you may think, as a seller, if people want to buy my home because it's the most awesomest home in the world, seasons don't matter. Well, you're wrong. There is a right and wrong time of the year to sell a home, and it's generally regarded that winter is a poor time of year for home sales. Now, they do happen, sure, all the time, but it is not an ideal situation and will usually yield less money in the seller's pocket. This is why seasoned home sellers really felt Game of Thrones on a way different level.
Winter is coming.
House Stark will not sell in the winter, even if you can boast a 2-dragon garage. And if you think you'll be the exception to this rule...
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Winter is generally less popular for home buying because of the winter holidays. The emphasis on social engagements like family get-togethers, and it's also a very costly time of year for many people as well. Buying a home is not cheap, and while a mortgage will cover the price of the home, the monthly payment, there are many other expenses that buyers will take on during the process, particularly closing costs and moving expenses. At a time of year when many people are tapped out of buying gifts and traveling, setting aside thousands or tens of thousands of dollars for a down payment, closing costs, and moving expenses is just not in the cards for most. Of course, the holidays, they're a joyful time of year, but it's also a time where at some point you may look in the mirror and say, I have nothing! If you think you're ready to sell your home, but it's getting near winter, like late fall, for example, it's often a much better choice just to wait it out and list it in the spring once the weather starts to warm up and the holidays are just out of the way. Now, I know there are some circumstances where winter selling is just unavoidable, but if all possible, warmer weather means more buyers. This is my favorite one. Price your home appropriately. Determining the right price for your home is one of the things that a real estate agent has a priceless professional experience in. And it's one of the most important things for listing and potential buyers it will attract. Remember, you're in a seller's market, so you don't want to lowball yourself or undercut your home's value at all, but you also don't want to price it too high. An overpriced home will not only attract less traffic and fewer buyers, even in a seller's market, but once you realize that it's been priced too high, it's already too late. Make sure you have a real estate agent who's knowledgeable, trustworthy, and most importantly, a superhero. Yeah, cool, right? The minute you drop the price, you lose an incredible amount of seller leverage. Since to the MLS and all the buyers browsing it, it looks like you were forced to reduce this price, which of course, you were. They will wonder what's wrong with the home, or they will think that you are under some kind of selling pressure and will use that as leverage on all their offers. Pricing the home right the first time can avoid all of this. While legitimate home price reductions are super common, those occur because of pricing ignorance are damaging to the whole selling process and your goals. List your home on a Thursday evening. This is a technique that many veteran home sellers use since Fridays are generally the best days of the week to try to sell your home and also get showings. Many buyers that are knee-deep in shopping will actually take the day off specifically to go through listings and perhaps even visit the home. And while you may see interest continue through the weekend, Friday will often be the highest traffic day. It also means it's time to work my magic. Hello, this is Mark. I'm a real estate ninja. Yep, that listing is live. I put it live last night on Thursday night. Yeah, the price is $100 billion. It's a 1-bedroom, 0-bath, full bidet included with all. You know what? Actually, can I call you back? I'm talking to someone. Sorry, new listing. You know, though, one common tactic is to set the listing to become active late Thursday night so that potential buyers will see them in the new listings when they browse them early Friday morning. Your listing content is also crucial, okay? So make sure you have breathtaking, color-corrected photos, a badass video of the home so that the listing pops and catches the buyer's eye first thing in the morning. Limit the showing availability. This is a highly psychological strategy that creates a feeling of exclusivity surrounding your listing. Buyers who believe that the listing has more exclusive clientele setting up showings and that there are only a limited number of them often have a more powerful draw to those properties. Translation: sales is a mind game. I don't know that. That's weird. Basically, people want what they think they can't have, or they are uniquely qualified to get what other people might not be able to. This limited showing schedule will also force multiple buyers to tour your home at the same time, creating a much more competitive environment, which can lead to competitive bidding. Vet potential buyers' qualification. Many potential buyers will look at and even attend viewings for homes before they've even spoken to a lender. While this is common, it's also a source of wasted time. If you're speaking with a potential buyer, it's not out of the question to ask them for a pre-approval letter or a proof of funds showing that they can actually afford the home when they submit an offer. If you do your homework on the buyer ahead of time, you can basically, you'll know if their diaper is full of shit. Now, if you work with a real estate agent, they will always vet the potential buyers for you before they even submit them for you so that they know that they're serious buyers. Also, make sure that you know if there's any contingencies in place for the sale of their own home, which can delay your closing and throw a wrench in things if you need to close by a certain date. Review all offers carefully. Bust out that monocle and put on the coffee because this is important. Once you receive an offer, or multiple offers, you will need to review and take notes on each one so that you can compare them on relatively equal footing. Take note of the offer price, but also look at the additional terms and negotiations that are often included. I always say it's not the highest offer, it's the best offer. You should be aware of any earnest money deposit that needs to be provided and the terms surrounding that deposit. You should also know if the offer is financed or if it's cashed, and what the down payment is. There should be any included waivers of inspection, as well as any requested payment of buyer's closing costs and any notable or unusual allowances. Make sure you read the fine print on all the offers. Oh, at this stage, many buyers will also try to play on the emotions of the seller to often get price reduction, often leveraging their family and their eagerness and excitement about your home. And this can feel overwhelming, and you're up to your waist in. But this stuff is really important, so make sure you take the time. Don't let your emotions stall your sale.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
Selling a home can be an incredibly emotional experience, particularly if you are selling your first home. It's easy to totally get caught up in your feelings. You for sure have countless memories and amazing experiences in that home, right? Which is another reason that having an experienced real estate agent is vital. Yeah. I'm emotionless. Emotional. Anyway, they will take care of most of the dealings during which you may let your emotions guide your reasoning. Now, whether you're working with an agent or not, while selling your home, it's best to think of your home simply as a product that someone else actually wants to buy, and you're the owner of that product. If you aren't working with an agent, you may also need to act as a salesperson, where you'll need to compartmentalize a little bit and distance yourself from the potential emotions of the sale itself and saying goodbye to your former home. Remember, emotions are good, but if you keep them in check through this process, you'll have enough money to buy brand new emotions. You'll be able to buy gold-plated emotions with diamond-studded memories. Just like Homer's brain explains here.
Uh-huh. Oh, $20. I wanted a peanut. $20 can buy many peanuts. Explain how. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. Woohoo! Go up!
Seriously, I know this can be hard to separate, but it'll pay off. Trust me. Successfully listing and selling your home in a seller's market. There's quite a lot that goes into selling a home, particularly when you're in a seller's market and trying to retain all of the advantages in the transaction. The best things you can do initially are prepare your home and hire a quality real estate agent that will be your advocate and source of priceless professional expertise. Once your home is on the market, things will likely move extremely fast, so be prepared and be flexible, and your home should be sold very quickly and very smoothly. Smooth like you know whose head. Hey, I hope you learned a lot. Let us know your questions in the comments. Are you in a seller's market? Have you sold in a seller's market? What do you think of seller's markets? Oh, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates and videos like this. And if you're still here, that means you like me, right? So go ahead and click here on this video because we should hang out more. No, right, click it. Yeah, it's another video with me. I'll teach you more stuff. All right, see ya. Bye. See you later. Bye. Click on it.